Hello, you are welcome to RemedialOne platform for learning. This platform is specially designed to help students who are preparing to write WASSE, that's the West African Senior High School Certificate Examination. Today, I'll be doing a video on integrated science practicals, specifically the biology aspect. And today, the topic is on the male reproductive system. So we shall be looking at the parts of the male reproductive system and then the functions of the various parts labeled. I have a diagram here, and this diagram represents the male reproductive system. So let's look at the parts of the diagram. So we have the penis, this is the penis. And then we have the testis, this is the testis. And then just on top of the testis, we have the epididymis. The epididymis is here. Then we have the vas deferens. This is the vas deferens or the sperm duct. Vas deferens, also known as the sperm duct. Then we have the scrotum or the scrotal sac. This is the scrotum or the scrotal sac. So we have the testis, epididymis, then the scrotum or the scrotal sac. Then we have the vas deferens here, and this is the penis. Then we have the urethra. The urethra is the space inside the penis. This is the urethra. Then we have the seminal vesicles here, and then we also have the prostate gland here. So the prostate gland is just on top, or let's say just at the neck of the urethra, just at the exit of the bladder, where the urine passes and then passes through the urethra and then comes out. So the urethra is also known as the urinogenital organ because it is a channel through which the urine also passes and then it comes out. So these are the main parts of the male reproductive system. So we have the penis, we have the testis, we have the epididymis, we have the scrotum or the scrotal sac, we have the urethra, this is the urethra. Then we have the vas deferens. The vas deferens is also known as the sperm duct, this is the sperm duct, the vas deferens. Then we have the seminal vesicles and also the prostate gland. In fact, the bladder is not part of the reproductive system, though it is shown here. It is not part of the reproductive system. Now let's look at the functions of the various parts labeled here. Now, when you take the testis, it has two main functions. One is that it is the organ which produces the male gamete or the sperm cells, or you may call it spermatozoans. So it is the testis which is responsible for the production of this male gamete or the sperm cells. Apart from the fact that the testis also produces the male gamete, it is the organ which is also responsible for producing male sex hormones. A typical example is testosterone. These sex hormones are responsible for all the secondary sexual characteristics in males. For example, when a boy is growing, you see that the beard will come, then the chest becomes broad, then the voice becomes heavy. So all these changes are brought about by the male sex hormones or the testosterone. So these are the functions of the testis. One, it produces the male gamete or the sperm cells, and also production of male sex hormones. Then we go to epididymis. This is the epididymis. So when the sperms are produced by the testis, they are stored in the epididymis. So the main function of the epididymis is that it stores the sperm cells after they have been produced by the testis temporarily. And then during sexual intercourse, the sperm cells are released through the vas deferens or the sperm duct. And then when it gets to the seminal vesicles and the prostate gland, it mixes with the semen. The semen is produced by these seminal vesicles and the prostate gland. So when the sperm cells reach this place, it mixes with the semen, and then together with the semen, it comes out through the urethra and then into the female genital organ or the vagina. So these are the main parts and then the functions of the parts. Let's go through again. I said that the testis produces male gametes, that's the sperms or the spermatozoans. And then the testis also produces male sex hormones, that is the testosterone. And then the vas deferens will carry or it will transport the sperms from the testis to the urethra. So that's the function of the vas deferens or the sperm duct. So, which means that if your vas deferens is cut or is blocked, then it means that you have a problem. The sperms cannot be emptied into the urethra. So that will be the effect of the vas deferens being cut or blocked. And then let's also look at the function of the penis. And should I say the penis is the main organ? So let's look at the function of the penis. The penis is the organ which becomes erect. And when it becomes erect, it is used for sexual intercourse so that it will introduce the sperms from the male to the female genital organ. So that's the function of the penis. It becomes erect when it is filled with blood. The penis is made up of spongy tissues. And when these spongy tissues are filled with blood, it becomes erect and it is used for sexual intercourse. So that's the function of the penis. Yeah. Then let's also look at the function of the scrotum or the scrotal sac. It is the structure that houses the testis. You see, the scrotal sac hangs outside, and it is for a reason. The reason is that it hangs outside so that it will have the lowest temperature or the lower temperature so that there will be maximum sperm production. And that is why it is not advisable that males in particular shouldn't be wearing dark and then tight supporters. Because when you wear that one, especially in the afternoons, the testis and the scrotum becomes so hot and the temperature will not be right for maximum sperm production. So that's an advice for the males. So these are the main parts of the male reproductive system and the functions of each part. Let's go back to the answers again. So the testis, I said that it produces male gamete or sperm cells, and then apart from that, it also produces male sex hormones or the testosterone. And I said that the male sex hormones are responsible for all the secondary sexual characteristics in males. Then we come to the epididymis. It is a structure that stores the sperm cells temporarily. So the sperm cells are produced by the testis, and then when they are produced, they are stored in the epididymis. And then the vas deferens. During sexual intercourse, the sperms are released, and these sperms will pass through the vas deferens. So we say that the vas deferens or the sperm duct transports sperm cells from the testis to the urethra. Then we come to the prostate gland and the seminal vesicles. These structures will produce semen, and the semen will mix with the sperm cells, and the two will be introduced into the vagina of the female during sexual intercourse. In fact, the semen has a function of nourishing the sperm cells. So that's the function of the semen. So you see that they produce semen that mixes with the sperm cells. Then let's also look at the urethra. I said that the urethra is also described as a urinogenital organ because it serves two functions. One, as a urinary organ by transporting urine from the bladder and then to outside, and also as a genital organ by transporting sperm cells from the place of production into the vagina of the female human. Then let's also look at the scrotum or the scrotal sac. I said that it houses the testis, and always the scrotum hangs outside so that it will have the minimum temperature which is required for maximum sperm production. And as I said, it is not advisable for males to be wearing tight supporters and black ones, especially in the afternoons, because that one will attract heat and it will make that place so hot. And that whenever the temperature is so hot, it will not be conducive for optimum sperm production. So that's an advice for all the males. Then the penis, as I said, the penis is made up of spongy tissues. And when these spongy tissues are filled with blood, it becomes erect. And the moment it becomes erect, it is used for sexual intercourse so that sperm cells can be introduced from the males into the female. In fact, if you are a male and your penis is not able to erect, then we say that you are impotent, and that's a problem. Thank you for watching. Next time, I want you to follow us, and then you share to your friends.